Good morning. Welcome back to Where's My Tea. Before we get right into this, let me just first apologize for not giving you a Where's My Tea video last Saturday. My computer was completely down, so I had to wait to get my charger, and then when I got my charger, I wanted to catch up on my makeup tutorials because I apologize for that. Things happen, but let's just get right into it. Alright, so it says, hey girl, I'm 25, my fiance is 27. I know how much you love to do the math, so let me do it for you. Shade. I was a month from 17 when we started dating. It was July 2007. September 08 came our first child. Our second, December 2012, and then our third will be October 2015, which is this year, so homegirl is expecting. She said, girl, we have 3 kids, been engaged since 2009, and we have yet to be married. I tell him I want to marry him. He says one day, one day. I'm done having kids, and we've made that clear. We've talked about how important marriage is to me, and I stress it often. I'm getting to the point where I just want out. Is 8 years worth staying? Should I just pack my shit and say, bye, Felicia? Please help. Honey, where is my tea? We actually drinking tea today, girl. This is Chick-fil-A. You know this is bomb. So, Boo got 3 kids, and she has no ring. Or maybe she has a ring with her fiance, but they not married yet. Here's the thing, when you're with somebody, I can understand if you're just with them. I'm really not a stressor, like, gotta be married before you have kids. It kind of is ultimately up to you. I really don't care too much on if people do that or not. Usually when you're with somebody, the requirements for dating someone, especially when a relationship starts to get serious, is to talk out if marriage is the option, how soon you guys want to be married, if you're even looking to be married. I honestly think marriage and kids are kind of like 2 subjects when it comes to dating that people really don't want to talk about, but it's kind of important because those are very, very important subjects to talk about when it comes to dating, especially if you see the relationship is going serious. Now listen, we're human. It happens. You end up having a baby with someone, that's cool. But I think the point where you messed up is that you allowed 2 kids to come after this, and you knew that ultimately marriage was your goal. Sometimes we just kind of got to put a limit to some things. I could totally understand 1 kid coming out of the situation. I get that. That's normal. It happens. 2 kids, okay. The 3rd kid is just like, what's up? If you were looking for marriage from this guy, you kind of got to slow down. I'm not saying don't have sex in your relationship. I'm saying use protection and or get on some form of birth control. Now, protect yourself or something if marriage was ultimately the goal. But you gave this guy 3 kids, and he's not even talking wedding bells right now. I like to look at the age play in men. They say women mature faster than guys, which is true. Usually around the age of 25, men start to kind of like slower down, and they look into the family setting, and they start to get serious on who they're dating and stuff like that. This guy's 27, and it sounds like he's just not even ready to commit. And it sounds like you've made him okay with not committing. You didn't put the pressure on this guy. And they say it's not good to pressure a man into marriage because, you know, you don't want to rush him into it, which I totally understand. But you have to set limits. You have to let this man know, hey, buddy, I done gave you 2, and what's up? Like, what's going on? And you really got to talk to him and see what's up. It really sounds like marriage really wasn't in his plan. I think the proposal maybe was something to shut you up, or something just to like, let's, you know, I'll propose to it, but we can just stretch this on out, and it could be a long engagement, which you completely tolerated. You said you guys been married since 2007. 8 years, basically. This is a long time to be engaged to someone. Ultimately, you allowed that. Now, back to my initial statement, I don't say rush a man, but you kind of got to tell him what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. You got to give people deadlines. If they're not meeting your deadlines, then it's time to go. Unfortunately, it's harder to leave someone when you have 3 kids by them, because 1, that's a financial strain, emotional strain. It's just a strain. I'm not saying it's hard to just pick up your stuff and go. I'm just saying it's not easy. It's really not easy, and women do it. They raise kids on their own, but it's not easy. Now, I'm telling you that you should have been put a stop to this. You should have been told this man what you were willing to wait. 8 years and 3 kids out of that is ridiculous. And these are young babies. And then you are expecting another one. What should you do? This is really hard for me to say what you should do. I like to tell people to give men a scare. Usually when you give them a scare, it kind of, they something hits them and they start to get their act right. So scared like, you know, I'm gone. You know, I'm leaving for a while, or this is it. I'm throwing in the rag until you show me better, then we can do better. You know, just give your person a scare. And usually those scares are like the, you know, fix all, and they get their act together. I don't really know how much more talking you can do, because you'll be around for forever still engaged to this man. And I'm not saying pressure a man, but the guy wasn't ready. And you've given him 3 kids out of this. It's really a hard call to make. What would I do in this position? See, I don't really know, because I don't know what it's like for 1 kid. You got 3. Like I said, I don't think it'll be a very easy job to just pick your stuff up and go. And this is a family we talking about. So I really don't have the right words to give you on this situation. However, talk to this man, see what's up. You know what I mean? Give him a little scare, and then ultimately it's up to you. Are you done? It doesn't seem like he wants to be married, or he's not ready to be married. And we ain't got a whole lifetime to wait for somebody to be ready to get married, but you allowed this. Alright guys, so that is my advice to her. As I mentioned, it's really, really hard for me to speak on that, because that's just a hard thing. Me, from someone who really don't even want to be married no time soon, it's really hard for me to speak on. Then I don't even have 1 kid, let alone 3. So I love to hear your advice down below. What do you guys think she should do? Did she wait too long? Was this on her? Do you think she should stick it out? Should she give him an ultimatum? Should she give him a scare? Like I said, look, we gone. You gotta get your life together, and then we'll come back, or, you know, earn us back or something. Should she give him a scare? What should she ultimately do in this situation? Because I ain't got the answers, Sway. Again, I'd like to apologize for not coming back last Saturday with a tea, honey. Things happen, okay? My apologies. Please forgive me. Just for everyone who's new, I only do Where's My Teas on Saturdays. So asking throughout the week on Instagram when my next video is going to be, it's only on Saturdays. I don't do them any other day but Saturday. If you need advice, make sure you hit my email is going to be at the top and the bottom of the description box. I am completely backed up in my emails, so I apologize if I haven't responded back to you. I'm usually on it, but school, life, everything is just like in the way. I'm completely sorry. I'll get to you eventually. And that's just it. I'm out.